All right, the murder and suspected rape of a minor girl in Budgam district has sent shockwaves across Kashmir, with her family and political parties, among others, demanding swift action against the culprits. What transpired in her final hours is spine-chilling. The girl had gone missing from the Galvanpora area of Budgam on Saturday evening, following which police registered a kidnapping case and launched a search operation. Her body was recovered on Sunday morning from a field around 200 meters from a house. Jammu and Kashmir Chief Minister Omar Abdullah described the incident as shocking and deeply distressing and said it should serve as a moment of introspection for society. The discovery of the body sent waves of grief and anger through the area, with residents gathering at the scene and demanding swift action against the perpetrators. She had gone to an Islamic seminary in the neighborhood at around 4 p.m. on Saturday, but she did not return home, following which the family and neighbors launched a manhunt along with the police. The victim is survived by her father, who works in Jammu and Kashmir police, her mother, who is a housewife, and her brother. The suspected rape and murder of the minor girl in Budgam is reminiscent of a similar incident in 2007 in which a class 8 student was abducted and murdered in North Kashmir's Handwara. We'll talk about this with our guest. Joining us on the show is Dr. Abhijit Jasrotia, BJP spokesperson. Sushil Pandit, Kashmiri activist, also joins us on the show. Adil Nazir Khan, political analyst, with us on the program as well. And Rekha Shukla, women rights activist, joins us on the program as well. Rekha Shukla, I'll begin with you. Well, this is barbarism at its worst, I can say. This is something which once again echoes and reminds us of a society which we've been wanting to do away with and wanting to, in fact, criminalize ever since 2012. What do you make of this horrific rape and murder and the kind of people, agencies and authorities should be looking towards, looking for rather, and stopping them? Rekha, you're muted. Rekha, you're muted. Okay, there seems to be a problem with the audio. Well, let me in fact bring in Mr. Sushil Pandit into this conversation. Mr. Sushil Pandit, same question for you, sir. Okay, I beg your pardon, Sushil Pandit is not here with us. Adil Nazir Khan is with us on the program. Adil, your thoughts on this Budgam rape and murder. What are you getting to learn from what has happened over here? This is obviously extremely disturbing at a number of levels.
The heartbreak incident of this Budgam is an absolute act of savagery that has shaken the conscience of whole humanity, particularly the people of Kashmir. It is beyond condemnation. I don't have words to condemn this barbaric act. The words are not enough to condemn this inhuman horror. Actually, I don't have words. What should I say? It is absolutely an attack on the humanity. It's attack on Kashmiriyat, on Insaniyat. Literally, but at the same time, I would like to appreciate the Budgam police for cracking this case within few hours, within 36 hours. Especially SSP Budgam, Hari Prasad ji, is a very efficient officer. He has cracked this case within 36 hours, and I hope that the culprits will be taken to the task as per the law established, and I hope that the merciless punishment will be given to them, so that anything like this will not happen in any part of the world, particularly in India or in particular in Kashmir. I hope that Budgam police will definitely work on this, and on fast track basis the case will be closed, like they have arrested one accused, and as said by this SSP Budgam, that there are few other people, I don't know how many people are involved in this heinous crime, that they will arrest them, they are after them, and they will arrest them very soon. And after that, I hope that the case will be run on the fast track basis, and court will definitely give merciless punishment to to these culprits, to these bastards, so that it will be a kind of deterrence in future for the whole country, particularly for this region, for Kashmir.
Dr. Abhijit Jasrotia, this is not the Kashmir that the government aspires to create. This is not the Kashmir that we have on our minds, where minor girls are brutalized like this.
Yeah, rightly said. Even I would like to go with Mr. Adil also. It's really a barbaric act, inhuman, I'll say. And they have crossed every level. The way they have done all this thing in any part of the world or in any part of India, if such a thing is done, that is condemnable. And there should be no excuse for doing all these things. And anyways, law will take its own course. And I would really like to appreciate the efforts of J&K police also, the way they have handled the case, and within 36 hours, as per Adil also, and as per my information also to some extent, that one culprit is there behind the bars now, and others also they are looking for them. It's a hunt also for the others also. Whosoever is involved in all these things, because this is really a heinous crime. I can very well feel the pain of the parents, and the father of the girl is from J&K police. That also you can see that such sort of culprits, they really don't have heart, and they can go to any extent. The loss is irreparable loss, may it be Kashmir, Jammu, or any other place in India or any other part of the world. Such a crime is really unacceptable to the society, to anyone, and to God also. So we're just waiting what will happen now.
Okay, let me try and rope in Rekha Shukla also once again. Rekha Shukla ji, if you can hear me.
I can hear you. Am I audible now?
Yes, you are.
Perfect.
Well, your thoughts on what's happened here? This is obviously disturbing, like I said, at multiple levels. What more can be done, to secure children now? Forget about non-minor, population in Jammu and Kashmir and the rest of the country. Even children are not safe now.
Vineet, this is really distressing. And if we all are seeing a rampant increase in such cases, we have so many cases every now and then of rape and murder. Now the shift has gone towards children, and now the such cases with children are increasing. And being a part of child welfare committee also, it is really it's really hurting me that what we have to do. First thing, we need a very quickly a fast track court to find these culprits in a very strict punishment. Of course, we know that courts take so long, and many a times these culprits go set free, and there is no fear among them. If you are kidnapping one child and raping and murdering, so it's a heinous crime, nothing beyond that. So we need a very strict fast track court, very strict punishments for such culprits, and we need a strict policing. We need the agencies to have a very good coordination between the agencies once the report is registered. Just 2-3 days earlier, Supreme Court has also taken this issue of missing cases. And we need to, this is the high time, we need to do something regarding the missing FIR as soon as it is being lodged. Police should not wait a minute to form a search team to search each and every corner or every gully, because this girl has been found dead just 200 meters away from her house. I cannot imagine the trauma this family is going through, because I am sure they must be searching the whole night, and in the early morning they found the body of their beloved child just 200 meters away from their home. And in many cases there are known person. What is the need for murdering her? I am sure there must be some known person is involved in this, or some very bad mindset of people is going on there. We need to do something soon. Otherwise, we are going to be here every second day to discuss such cases.
All right, Mr. Sushil Pandit is also with us. He's a Kashmiri activist. Mr. Pandit, what have been your concerns after listening to what's happened to this little girl?
This indeed is shocking. In fact, it is very disturbing that Kashmir is unable to come out of the cycles of such torment. This is not the Kashmir we left 36 years ago. This is certainly not the society. We don't recognize this anymore. We had never seen such heinous crimes take place when we lived there. But when the crimes started, the cycle of such crimes started against us, the Hindus, we had to flee for our lives. But despite the claims of normalcy, this seems to be becoming a new normal in Kashmir. I must recall your attention to how an IAS officer, a very celebrated name from Kashmir, when he had resigned, started a political party, gone on a sabbatical in US, in one of his tweets he had mocked India as Rapistan because there were some unfortunate such incidents elsewhere in the country. He should be now told, asked, what was he mocking about in such insensitive manner now that the shoe is on the other foot? I recall another incident, how it was politicized and an entire community was tormented, their reputation besmirched when in Kathua, similarly, a hapless young girl was found dead. A rape was alleged. Repeated postmortems could not fix a rape on her, then it was converted to a sexual assault, only to destroy the reputation of an entire village which was out protesting. Today, this has happened in Budgam. Those who exploited such incidents for their political ends, to score brownie points, to besmirch reputations, to destroy communities, have to now look inwards and see what has come to their own doorstep, what has happened, and what is happening. This young girl, nothing can console her parents, her loved ones. Nothing can redeem this heinous crime committed on an innocent child. No words can suffice to explain this tragedy or to console the loved ones who've lost her now. It is a terrible incident, terrible incident.
All right. Well, it is a terrible incident. And Adil Nazir, what do you think Kashmir can do to prevent something like this from happening again? Adil? Adil, if you're there with us.
Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
The only thing that Kashmiris should do, that we should introspect and should work for all these kind of things and should look at ourselves, that how these incidents are happening in, because I'm against, I don't want to even hear news like this from any part of the country. Now it's happening in my own place, so that's very unfortunate. The only thing that we can do and we should do, that is the introspection, and we should work for the things, and we should go for the awareness camps and all that, so that we can prevent heinous acts like this in future. Otherwise, and the most important role that one has to play in this is J&K police. They have, because efficient policing they have shown some, like the people in Budgam right now are satisfied with this, with the investigation led by the SSP Budgam, that they have arrested one accused. Is the neighbor of this little angel, and they are after the other culprits. So now I hope that they will, on fast track basis, they will create some deterrent effect by giving them a punishment which will be kind of deterrence for the whole humanity, for the whole society. That is the only thing that we can do, and rest, the introspection is very important, because as Sushil ji has said, that this is not the Kashmir jiski hum misal वगैरह देते थे. It's not like that. Things are changed now. If these kind of incidents are happening in Kashmir, तो फिर ऊपर वाला ही बचा सकता है, और क्या हम कह सकते हैं, because I don't have words to condemn this barbaric act, the inhuman act.
All right, okay. Dr. Jasrotia, what caution would you advise for parents and the folks of Jammu and Kashmir, to make sure that something like this is not only detested and discouraged, but whoever has done something like this is discovered?
For parents also, I was about to say at that time also, parents now, and which we have entered particularly now, parents need to keep a strong vigil on their child, and not only girl child, even boys also. They need to keep a strong vigil on their kids, because society is like that only until unless we will keep that vigil. And even the society also needs to respond to all these things. Civil society needs to play a role. But one thing I would like to continue what Sushil Panditji said. This thing has entered into Kashmir in the late 80s, I'll say, because before that, what Kashmir was known was, it was known for Sufism, it was known for peace, it was known for all these things. Because if you will just collect the data of all the police stations of Kashmir before 87 or 85, it was completely peaceful. The maximum or the report which was the things which were reported in police station, the maximum if somebody used to try a knife in the large choke, that used to become a headlines of the newspapers. But what changed after 87 was when Wahhabism entered into Kashmir, and that Wahhabism brought many things. We still remember that brutal murder and rape of Girija Tikku also, the way she was raped, and after that she was brutally murdered. Rather, she was chopped into 2 pieces in a sawmill. So that thing finally entered into Kashmir, and we lost, and it is known about 1.5 lakh.
It's not about Kashmir, it's about humanity. You should not do politics on these kind of issues.
I'm not doing that, I'm just
pointing it like Wahhabism and all that is responsible for this. Then you should look at the other parts of the country, and you will get the data as compared to that.
You support Wahhabism, that means? You support Wahhabism?
What is Wahhabism? You know anything about Wahhabism?
Okay. Let him make his point. Let him make his point. Adil, let him finish his point.
Then Modi ji should not went to these kind of countries. He should not went.
Okay, all right, fair enough. All right, Adil, let him make his point. Adil, let him make his point.
He was hugging a Wahhabi.
Let him make his point.
Do you have anything to say on that? Do you have any point to say on that?
Let him make his point, Adil.
Please tell me, please answer me. Answer me first. Why he hugged few days back a Wahhabi in Abu Dhabi? You should
Can you
answer
finish?
that.
Adil, please exercise restraint.
I will respond to
Adil, please exercise restraint. We want him to finish his point. I'll give you an opportunity to respond. Go ahead.
I still remain with Sufism, because
Sufism is also a sect of Islam. Wahhabism is also a sect of Islam.
This is not a debate about Wahhabism or Sufism. Can we please mute both of them? Can Adil, if you don't stop interrupting, I'll have to eject you from the debate. I'll have to eject you from the debate. This is my last warning to you. Adil, I'll have to eject you from the debate. Okay, please, we don't need this disruption. We can let Adil go. All right, Dr. Jasrotia, finish your point.
When culture entered to all these things, and I'm just, what is bothering you, because I have talked about Girija Tikku ji also, the way she was chopped into 2 pieces. Now, whatever has happened, I'm condemning that also. Who is going to now respond to all these things? Can you even feel the pain of those parents who have lost their little angel? Can you even feel of that? But do you think this thing would have been possible in Kashmir before 87? This was never even possible in Kashmir, because Kashmir was a society all like that, only a pluralistic society where everybody was there. Kashmiri Pandits were there. Kashmiri.
Okay, let Mr. Pandit weigh in on this. Mr. Pandit, how would you like to weigh in on this conversation about before and after, the status of Kashmir from 36 years ago and what it is today?
Good point. In fact, a lot of crime and a lot of brutal crime was witnessed towards the end of 80s and subsequently thereafter, when massacres took place, when women were violated, when they were gang raped and their dead bodies, naked dead bodies, thrown on the thoroughfares. Sarla Bhatt is one such name. She was a staff nurse at Sora Institute. Girja Tikku is another such name. Prana Ganju is another whose breasts were chopped off and her body was thrown in Jhelum River. There are innumerable incidents. Now, those were not just the hate crimes against an identity, against the minority Hindus of Kashmir, which is why we had to flee. Rape was also then misused as a crime to besmirch the reputation of army. If you remember how two sisters in Shopian were claimed to have been raped, and that blame was pasted on the CRPF camp close by. Eventually, it was found that the doctor who committed the post-mortem used her own vaginal swab in order to prove a rape. Now, rape also was used in order to besmirch the reputation of army. So, people started using rape as a political tool. People started using rape as an instrument of expressing hatred towards a certain community. There's no doubt about it. There are innumerable such cases. The point is, can we today, in all honesty, admit this past before we start expressing platitudes about how hateful this is and how heartrending it is? We have to honestly admit that Kashmir has seen this repeatedly over the last few decades. And we have seen rape being used as an instrument of scoring political points. There is an entire litany of such incidents. If we are sincere about condemning it, if we are sincere about expressing our anguish over it, then we must, in all honesty, also realize and admit the truth of the conditions we are living in. I would remind my panelists and your viewers, in the same district, Budgam, there was a Maulvi Gulzar who ran a madrasa of young girls. And the way he exploited those young girls under his guardianship, under his care, it had become a huge outcry, public outcry, about 20 years back. I cannot forget that. Kashmir never expected this to happen. So this district, and like other places in Kashmir, have seen religion being misused, faith being misused to peddle hatred, to peddle crime, to peddle heinous crime, to take revenge. There is no end to these crimes when you are driven by a certain hateful belief system which targets people, targets hapless, defenseless children, targets women, only to achieve political objectives. We have to be very mindful of it.
Fair enough, sir.
Fair enough. Honest about it.
You've made a valid point. Though we have run out of time, I appreciate everybody who joined in. Thank you for your time. Some breaking news coming in the Tushar Sharma death.